Hello and welcome to this video on the bare necessities needed for a brewer to get started. Brewing for yourself seems like it should be a cheap, easy option to produce decent beer, but the equipment and processes are probably expensive. In fact, some people hold to this view and will buy brewing kits as a gift. This will contain a can of subpar beer ingredients and likely a half-decent fermenter. If you are lucky, this will be only a small markup. The reality is that this idea is backwards. You can start with a reasonably cheap setup, but you need to buy good ingredients. Ultimately, you'll want to find better equipment to accommodate your approach and needs. Ultimately, you can get started for less than $50. The simplest possible setup is a glass demijohn bottle, a cork, and airlock with nothing else. This is not exactly a productive or ideal setup, and it will cost you maybe $20. It does not give any real control, and ultimately you would move on from this within a month. To create the most simple, practical setup that will give you a long period of service, you can begin with the very first item you probably already have access to, a very big pot. One that is between 12 and 20 liters is ideal. Next, you want a fermenting bucket. You can use a cheap or even free food-grade bucket for this purpose. Drill a hole in the top and fix your airlock and you are done. If you are inclined, there are specifically made fermenter tanks that will set you back between $20 and $30. These are preferable as they contain a more malleable lid, a spigot on front, and probably have a thermometer already on them. Next, you want an airlock. These are $1 on eBay and probably came free with a fermenting tank if you bought one. If you want to upgrade or need to buy it, it may cost you up to $5 for a better version. Next are Sanitisers. Realistically, you can use household bleach for this at a cost of about $10 for a year's worth. Then hydrometers. These are needed to measure your brew at specific points that ensure fermentation and alcohol production. For all the required versions of hydrometer, you'll pay about $15. Then there are bottles. Buy brown glass bottles that are pressure rated. A dozen of these will cost you about $30. Then there's a stirring spoon. You can use any long kitchen spoon, but there are specially made options out there. Finally, a thermometer. A simple aquarium sticker thermometer will do. These will cost you a couple of dollars individually. This is everything you could possibly need to start fermenting. A useful but not essential list of items that provide quality of life improvements include a siphon setup. This is a basic pump for removing your brew, but not disturbing the sediment. You can do this with a spigot on your fermenter, but if you do not have one, then you will need a siphon. This will cost you about $10 to $20. Funnels will help in all stages of brewing. These can be had at a dollar store for, well, $1. Then there are clearing agents. Isinglass can be had for about $5, but things like eggs or cold crushing are viable and free. Finally, a series of swing top bottles. These are preferred over cap bottles, as you will not need to use a bottle capper, which saves you from buying another piece of equipment and consumable caps for your bottles. Obviously, this list is as simple as you can get. Where a tool or piece of equipment pulls double duty, it is chosen over a better dedicated device. You may find that you want to sacrifice the utility for specialized efficiency, or that you have a little extra money to dedicate. Overall, it is a simplified set of tools that will get you brewing, but the best thing to do is get started and figure out what it is that you need for your approach. Thank you for watching this video. If you have found it interesting or useful, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please post any comments, questions, or suggestions below.